Welcome to the Be Right Back stream.
Let me go get a drink.
Do it, pussy. You won't.
All right, we live.
So anyway, yeah. Best part about making meatballs. Am I right, fellas? High five.
That's
yo,
perfect music for you, dude.
yo,
What? I'm playing weeb shit, so you can eat that.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm not looking at chat.
Huh?
I'm not looking at chat.
There ain't no one in the chat.
As soon as someone comes into the chat, I ain't looking at it.
Oh, there it is. Damn, hitting us with the hard questions right off the bat.
What's up?
What do you guys think of Cage 3 not having critical mode? Shit sucks. Oh well, gotta wait for FM. We waiting for FM. If there was any confirmation, it's that. Sorry.
Man.
Hey, we vanilla. We Cage 2 vanilla. It's all right.
Man, this is like.
Hey, we big
so
chilling out here.
of the Cage 2 vanilla release.
Well, I mean, you know.
How did they give it the .2 and not Cage 3?
Yeah, no, that's the argument.
Well,
that's
what BB and I were talking about, because it's like we were thinking about it. It's like, well, at least I was thinking about it. I was like, you know, and this is just speculative, and I'm not gonna. It's not like I'm gonna give him credit for this kind of shit, but like, .2's critical mode was a fucking mess. It was awful, and then they patched it, and it was still bad. So I feel like they're either they had it planned to release later on for FM, which is probably the case, or they were looking at it and like, all right, we want players to mess with the game for a while to give us a better idea of how to fucking set critical mode to work. Even, I mean, I don't know, it's weird. So
it's like that.
yeah.
Fuck, we don't know how to make critical mode.
I mean,
it was a few years.
I mean, I'm already worried because look, I'm worried because level 1 proud is cancer.
Is it?
There's no
Yeah,
scaling.
well,
You do like you're in the second world. You're doing mad chip. It is the most awful,
it's
awful thing. It is bad.
You know what? You're never gonna have to worry about that shit in.
Say
Devil
it.
May Cry 5.
There it is, boys. Devil May Cry pre-order now on the Xbox Store or the PlayStation Network. You can also go to don't go to GameStop. You can also go to Best Buy. You can go to FYE. You can go to EB Games if you got one of those. I don't give a fuck. I don't know. Go somewhere and get it.
Go to Barnes and Noble.
Go to Barnes and Noble.
For DLC 5 now after playing Remake 2 because Capcom is just killing it.
Man, listen, I want to.
They just made a 180, dude.
I want to play that game so bad because it's just the quality of the game is so fucking good. No, it's too scary. I can't fucking play that shit. No. Bowler hat looking ass motherfucker coming in. X gonna give it. No. I can't look when I see people. They're just walking through a hall and they see a Zambambo and it's like, you know, you just juke the fucker. You walk by him, and then he's like, haha, whatever. And then like he's like, oh man, wait, I think there was a door back there. I think I missed something. I'm gonna go check it out. Turn around and you hear the fucking Eric Andre play in the head, because this fucking dude's gonna lariat the shit out of him. It didn't even hear him. Fuck that shit. But I want to play it because it just looks really good. And I've never played an RE game outside of like 4 and a little bit of 6, and 6 was terrible because me and Clint were just fucking around at like 1 in the morning playing it. But 4 was great. But 4 wasn't very scary either.
No,
4 wasn't really what you would consider like a horror game.
Yeah,
just,
it was goofy.
A horror game for Remake 2, honestly. Like when I
Man.
played the demo, I was like, all right, this is gonna be
that
like
shit.
I'm gonna relive my glory days, play RE2 again, dude. RE2 wasn't scary to me. And then I was like, okay, it looks pretty spooky already just being in the RE7 engine.
Yeah.
And then you actually get to RPD, and I'm just like, Jesus fuck, dude, what the hell?
Fucking nah.
They walk at 2 miles an hour, but they're still so scary.
I was watching like the boss fights and shit. I was watching I was watching Moon and Shush was watching Maximilian, and they were like boss fights and shit. And god damn, dude. they coming in with that big ass arm, dude, trying to grab you and slice it. It's like, fuck, man. And there's on this little fucking platform, and it's really congested, and
just the levels.
It feels really claustrophobic. It's scary, dude. It's
All
scary.
right, so I said this earlier, but after Resident Evil 6, Operation Raccoon City, and Umbrella Corps, I was like, all right, Resident Evil's done. This franchise is fucked now.
Resident Evil's over, dude. Capcom fucked it.
But then they made RE7, which was like a reimagining of the series and kind of a breath of fresh air to everyone. And then they made Remake 2, and it actually was a great game. So they surprised the fuck out of me by turning that series around.
Yeah, RE7, I didn't give a shit at all about
Yeah.
Resident Evil. And just, I don't know, just something about just like, hearsay is such an important thing nowadays. So hearing like good things about the game from other people is like enough for me to go try it out.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad that like RE fans have just been getting fucking just. Well, I mean, I don't want to say like hit after hit, but I mean, it has been just 2, but you know, I think it's cool.
Don't call it a. Don't.
Well, because both were both were pretty risky in context. Because it's like, hold on, I actually adjust. I don't know why I have everything set to the same levels that the last cast was, but apparently I'm too loud. I don't know. I'm gonna lower me a bunch then. So like, you have 7, which is like we're gonna go first person, do all this wackadoo shit, and everyone's like, I don't know about that. It doesn't look like RE, and then it comes out and it's fucking RE, right? And then people are like, oh, I don't know about Remake 2. We kind of wanted the original. I don't know about like just making it like RE4, RE6 or whatever and stuff. And then it comes out and everyone loves it. So it's just like, hey, you know, I think it's cool that they're able to just keep the core of what those games are, but even though they're doing them in different styles, you know, one being just completely original for the series, aside from what was that first person, Survivor? What was that one on the PS1? That first person, what it was? Aside from that, and then of course Remake 2 being, you know, obviously very different from the original in terms of just how it plays or how it looks.
Dude,
And they
where's
made
that,
the engine work in third person, which I thought was surprising. Because like running a game in first person in your engine and then sitting in third person, you gotta adjust a lot more than you'd probably think because of the way, like how much you can see on screen at once.
Yeah.
And it runs great.
I think
run
it's
it
fucking
144 hertz, 1080p, and I don't drop
really?
any fucking frames.
Those fucking they optimize the shit out of those games. It's crazy. Because that's why when the 7 was coming out, especially when I remember like when some of the DLC was coming out, people were messing with it, and they had like some of us like have some of the people I know shit ass computers, and they're running solid 60 on that game like no problem. Fucking A.
Yo, did we do a proper intro or no?
Nope, not yet.
No, we just
We were just kind of getting set. People were getting
Let me
Well, now
yeah,
BB's gone.
Oh,
Then what you pouring?
Capcom's back. That means Marvel 4's coming. Let's go. I gotta say it, dude.
No, I can't.
every
Yeah, they're
stream, dude. Every stream.
They're gonna
he's-
avenge. Okay, but now we have more proof because they're fixing their wrongs. They brought Resident Evil back. They're gonna make Devil May Cry great
And
again. They're
they're-
gonna make Marvel great again. dude.
They're gonna fix the wrongs of the past and never run Marvel back, dude. It's gonna end there.
I mean,
Well, at least
maybe
we
it
get
shouldn't be
Capcom
brought back.
All-Stars, dude.
Maybe it shouldn't be brought back. I don't mean Capcom All Stars 2. I would take it.
Was CVX 2, dude.
CBS
yes,
3.
it would be good.
CVS 8.
All right.
Capcom versus Tatsunoko 2, dude.
That game was the
Oh,
shit.
there you go.
TBC.
All right.
Only for the Nintendo Switch.
We got everyone back. So, what's up, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dinner with the Boys cast. You're here on the 12th episode. You guys know all us by now. It's VashTSB, Bloody Biscuits, mieDAX, and Shib. This is gonna be a quick episode. We're not gonna be talking for 5 hours. It's a big day today. If you guys don't know, it's a big day today.
It's a national holiday.
Might as well be. Some of these fucking
We've been
people.
waiting all year for 13
All
years
year,
for this big day. 13 years for
We've
this
been
big
waiting all
day.
year.
13 darknesses, dude.
13 whole darknesses for this year. And it finally is here. So, you know, it's gonna be quick. So, as we go down the line, tell us what we're eating, boys, and how was our week? Brief summary, starting with Vash.
I just finished eating homemade eggs and bacon. It was good shit.
Ooh.
Ooh, fucking big eggs and bacon.
Ooh.
Semester started. I'm fucked. I am so deep in shit right now. I can't even begin to tell y'all. Homework is rolling so fucking deep right now, and these motherfuckers want you to be in college. A lot of it's self-inflicted because I'm doing my best to get ahead on homework because DMC 5 comes out in a week and a half.
You mean
And
the
I need to
demo?
be able
The demo.
Yeah. DMC5 comes out in a week and a half. So I have to be ready for that. PS4. I need to actually make sure I have the time to play it. Thankfully, I'm not starting my new job doing production down at the university until the 18th. So that gives me a nice solid window of, as long as I'm free on all of my bullshit, I don't have to worry about anything. I can just play the fucking game, get some Nero time in, put some work in, put some effort, have some fun. I don't know if I'm actually going to get a chance to play DMC 4 until 5 comes out. I'm not sure. That's sort of up in the air. I want to stream Wednesday, but that's up in the air too. We'll see.
Damn.
Well, shit.
So, I'm a busy fucking dude. Also,
Vape Santa came in good this time, boys. I'm telling you what.
Yeah, this man came into the Discord earlier, puffing mad clouds into his mic, and I was like, "You vaping, dude?" He's like, "Vape Santa came." Accepted.
unfortunately, I'm not reading. I don't even have Chatty open right now because I don't trust a soul. We started off with a talk about KH3, so that usually to other people that just means it's go time, and I'm not getting a chance to play a game.
You actually care about spoilers?
I definitely do.
Oh.
I absolutely do.
When are you gonna play the game?
I don't know. That's the issue.
You gotta be dodging for a while. You're on the run right now. Dude.
I know. I'm definitely.
We're talking about it next week. There ain't no stopping us.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. At least there are cases where, or at least most cases from what I've experienced, is that what's gonna happen. You might run across like a thumbnail in your recommended feed on YouTube, and it's just. You'll see a shot of a thing, and you'll have no idea what the fucking context is because there's like a million different fucking things that are going to be happening that are all going to not make any sense. So, regardless of your understanding of the context, so like you'll see a bunch of shit, and you would just be like, all right, well, I don't know what that means, and then when you actually get around to the game, you probably won't even remember it.
At this point, I've barely had any. I haven't watched any fucking even trailer footage of KH3 in months, so my recommended is completely cleared out. I'm not clicking on anything.
Good.
Most of my shit is fighting games, DMC, and Remake 2, and we take those.
Hey, we take.
Dude, I didn't even watch Cage shit, and I just got a random fucking spoiler on my YouTube homepage when I was looking for a video to watch.
Yeah, somebody sent me something called Spoiler Alert 2.0 or whatever the fuck that turns off keyworded recommended shit, removes thumbnails and all that fuck shit from YouTube. I'm probably gonna have to install that at some point.
There's also a thing if you don't. If I'm sure most of us still have Frankie Ray, so you can install. There's a thing on that they put in where you can actually like you can set it. I think you can set it to where you can say, "Hey, hide KH3," and it'll show streams, but it will hide the thumbnail. You won't see whatever's like on the thumbnail. So if someone's like in the middle of the fucking final boss and you don't want to see the thumbnail or whatever, you can just hide it through the app because Twitch is dumb and they don't have that as a feature, which they should have done like years ago. But you know,
that's some good shit. I'm with it.
Yep.
I'm 100% with it. I've I got my order on the way. I waited till the last minute to pre-order the deluxe edition, so that's coming in a few days.
Here's your little pin, dude.
I
did, dude. It's going straight onto the beanie. We're gonna be one of those guys now. It's gonna be great.
Oh Jesus Christ! Okay, moving forward.
Get out of here, dog.
Bloody biscuits.
Get out of here, dog. You fuck.
Brief summary, my guy. What are you eating? How was your week?
I decided to make chili like at the.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
did he die?
Oh my God,
he's
holy shit. He's dead. Look at him. He's really feeling this.
Really enjoying this chili right now.
Oh my God.
He just looked to see. Chesh beamed him.
What a time for it to just drop out.
Okay, somebody was coming.
As soon as someone asked him a fucking question, it's just like.
It's over. It's fucking Big Owari. I miss him. I miss him already.
Damn, dude, I'm next because I also had chili.
Damn, what's in you? Okay, hold on. Chili is a spicy dish.
Oh
with
no! Hold on.
Ingredients inside. Talk to me about what's in yo fucking
Baby,
chili.
wait. We good?
Hello.
Baby?
Welcome
right?
back.
I'm trying to roast Shib here.
Because I could hear all you guys, but apparently I was dead.
You were just
Oh,
frozen.
I didn't
You were frozen in
realize
time,
that.
just looking at your chili.
You were frozen and really enjoying that
Oh,
shit. I didn't
man.
want to interrupt.
There's my chili. It's great, dude. It's so we just made it like at the last minute, like fucking 6:30 or some shit like that. It's really fucking good. Shesh recommended we throw in a little bit more crushed red pepper to give it a little more kick. And I agree, it's good. So yeah, this is amazing. We're gonna keep making this shit. My fucking day has been a lot of just fucking waiting around and thinking about shit, and passing the time until 9 o'clock rolls around.
How's your week? Though your week though.
That's been my week. Okay, like literally, like I've had to train myself to literally close YouTube, Twitter, and the majority of Twitch for the entire week. So like my web browser, whenever it's on, is like
Google.com.
me checking the order history of like my GameStop shit and my fucking my email so that I can check if there's any fucking like order confirmation shit. And like I finally today I got like a fucking confirmation thing that says, hey, your GameStop shipment confirmation, PS3, or your fucking KH3 PS4 Pros on the way, bitch. Like, all right, cool, thank you. Been waiting all fucking week for this shit.
Yeah, I just got.
They came in late with that shit, especially after like a week ago they were canceling orders, and I'm like, well,
no, they literally just like cut half of the fucking orders, and they just like picked it from like a random.
Shit sucks.
They Thanos that shit. They literally Thanos it, dude. And all of a sudden, just half the orders were gone, and whoever was left, they got lucky, dude.
A fucking tanker had to have dropped into the ocean. Easily. It's the only way. The only fucking way.
Yeah.
So it's been full lockdown mode for BB this past week. Hopefully now they'll be able to unlock his shackles using.
And even then, even then, my chat's just like, I don't want to. I mean, at the very least, I don't have to worry about people spoiling me about critical mode and shit like that, because that shit don't exist. So.
Some interviews came out and they were like, "Hey, we mistranslated that bitch. That shit ain't in there. Sorry about that." Yeah, because
we had confirmation from leakers.
People. There was a thing from Nomura about something about critical, and so people were like, "Oh, you unlock it or whatever," and then there was like mistranslations or whatever, and they were like, "No, there's nothing in there at this time."
God, you know,
imagine shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah,
I already know.
Shooting yourself.
I know.
Could you imagine DMC5 coming out and there's no
turbo mode?
There's no turbo mode. There's no Nero must die or Dante must die. That difficulty doesn't exist in the game.
Oh.
Could you imagine what that's like?
You gotta wait for DMC5 FM, dude. I mean,
well, here's the thing. I actually can, because I imagine something like that's gonna happen with turbo. I really do. At this point, I'm reading tea leaves left and right. I'm saying, they haven't talked about this shit yet. Game has having performance issues on even the most powerful.
The most powerful gaming console ever released.
This bitch is chugging when Goliath breaks a fucking roof. You really want to turn the play speed up by 20%? These kids are high. That shit's gonna be PC exclusive on a good day. That's what I'm predicting, which is fucking game.
It's pretty fucking. I don't know. Have y'all heard of a thing called loss aversion?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Every single time I pull up a Core A gaming video, I always think about that shit. Where once you like have something, like once you like take it away, it hurts twice as much as being given something new. So like when we have something and we're just like expecting it, and then we just don't get it, and it's just like,
oh yeah,
who the fuck messed this shit up, huh?
Well.
That just means Final Mix is coming, I guess.
I'm sort of really banking on, like, I want to be in the DWTB or Shib and like everybody camp who just wants to give mad props to the dev team, way more than they probably deserve, by just being like, look guys, they're gonna see how everything plays out on YouTube and Twitch and fucking Nico for a few years, and then they're gonna come in with the fire shit. That's
the only thing I can think of, but at the same time, I'm more. That's what I would hope for, because I'm more inclined to believe that they were like, "Hey, dude, we did that FM shit before. Let's hold it out and make a DLC, and then we'll put it on critical, and then people will buy it."
But okay, I would agree with that, but at the same time, level 1 is fucked because these fuckers still don't know how to scale shit properly,
Yeah.
and so
Oh, yeah,
everybody's
it's
doing
gonna be
mad
terrible.
chip damage.
Who told you this? All right, who spoiled you?
We were talking about it.
a second
Oh.
ago.
I'm
We
just
were just
saying.
talking about it.
Yeah, so
Well,
like, and
it
I,
just
like I'm
scales
okay with
bad.
that spoiler. That's fine.
I mean, you
But, like,
granted, you find out within the first like half hour that this is not going to be good. Like you find out very
Yeah.
quickly.
Are you able to
So-
select Proud immediately?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can select Proud immediately,
You can
but
select
like,
Proud.
apparently level 1 Proud is literally like chip damage city. So
They're all kind of
there's no
bad
scaling
because you can
to
have
it.
level 1 in any difficulty, and it's all kind of
Is
shit.
that why they did that? Yeah, that's so dumb.
I don't think
So-
that's a way to not have crit.
Oh,
Well,
no, definitely not.
No, what I'm saying is like they keep on doing this thing where they balance like their level 1, or they
Kitty cat.
make some special feature. Oh,
Sorry.
they make some special feature about their zero experience or EXP 0
Mhm.
where like it somehow adds on like this, you know, with fucking 1.5 and with like Birth by Sleep when they ported it to the PS4. They're just like, okay, we're gonna make something weird about it so that everything scales properly, and then some fuck shit happens, and then you get to one-shot bosses with Mushu and Peter Pan D-Link and shit like that.
Yeah.
So, like, it's like, I don't see how you look at a game like KH2FM and how it scales damage properly, and then you just don't ever adopt it.
Well, BB, if
Don't
I
ever
got
use
some
it.
good news for you. There's a new game on the horizon has none of these problems, and its name is Devil May Cry.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
No need for a fucking special edition there, bucko. There's no stats.
Vash,
shit.
listen,
Yeah, year.
Vash.
You know what? Yo, who is down for an armless Nero playthrough?
I am.
Everybody,
Rocky.
but like, can we call it
Wait, what?
cripple mode? just never equip a Devil Breaker or the Devil Bringer.
Yeah.
Just walk
Alright.
around with a stump.
That'd be
It's
sick.
mad. It's not hard. I actually tend to do better with that when I played the demo. I did better with no arms than with arms. Figure that
well,
shit
He forgot a vital point about his weakness to share. He
Hmm?
started his first Dark Souls playthrough.
I did do that. Oh yeah, that's right. I did do that.
How's that shit rocking for you,
Because
buddy?
I was like, because I did like I had like 3 streams to do this week before I got KH3,
Hmm.
and my chat was gonna be in emote only mode the entire time.
Yep.
Right.
So I was like, okay, this is gonna be really boring unless I do something really cool or specific. So I was like, okay, KH2FM commentary run, because that way there doesn't have to be this back and forth all the time. I can just commentate to them the whole thing. And then after that, day 1, I was like, I'm out of ideas.
I don't know what to do. Shit.
I don't play.
I'm puzzled.
I'm puzzled.
And so I was just like, I was looking at Spike doing Dark Souls, and I was just like, I want to play Dark Souls. I want to play Dark Souls.
Fuck,
Let's play some fucking Dark Souls, dude.
he could be playing Remake 2 right now. BB could. That'd be great. That'd be some good emote only mode shit. You're Hog champs all.
Shesh was actually playing Remake 2 last night.
Yeah.
She
How'd that
took
go?
over the. She was like, "Holy fuck, dude, this shit's fun." But there's like a lot of backtracking and shit, and I was like,
Sorry.
the majority.
That's
Yeah.
Resident Evil, my dude.
It's
Sorry.
Resident Evil, so there's a lot of backtracking, naturally. And I was just over here playing Pacross while she was just like, "Fuck, and, like zombie.
I just imagine you like wasting time waiting. I imagine you wasting time waiting for a KH3 just playing Peggle. On like you whipped out the old 360 and just be like, I'm gonna play Peggle.
I almost bought Peggle on Steam a couple days ago, dude. I was like, shit, dude. That'll kill me.
Pacross is dope, dude. Pacross is like a dope puzzle game. I love
Cross.
it.
Yo,
Ain't
hit me up when you play Luminous, dog.
Luminous.
Luminous.
All
Sorry,
right,
good
well,
shit.
shit.
How about
Alright.
fucking Tetris Effect, dude? That's
Hell yeah. I can
Just
sick.
fucking the game is.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's right. I remember this one.
Hey.
Fuck
particular
Tetris. All right, Dax.
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, dude.
What are
talk
you
to-
eating?
Stupid bitch.
How was your week?
I got pulled away out today. I didn't get a chance to make the fucking black bean tacos I wanted to make earlier. So I've been, like, I was literally done with my shit like 15 minutes before the cast. So I ran across the street, got Wendy's. Fuck it.
Oh hell yeah.
So I did that.
Did you make sea salt ice cream?
Yeah, dude. I got enough for 3, but I don't got any friends here, so we're gonna eat all 3 by myself. That's how it goes. What's up, Rupert? You wanna come say hi?
Aw.
Can I lure you with a French fry?
Puppy.
Did you secure it?
I don't know.
I think she knows.
I don't know.
I think she's starting to catch on that, like, I'm gonna pick her up. What? I want you to say hi. I mean, nah, she's like, she got right the fuck up on the bed. She was like, nah, don't touch me. All right, here you go.
So,
Anyway.
what'd you do this week, Duck?
Playing KH3. JP. I've done
One
like
of those dirty JP runners.
Yeah. I've done because I played through it on Proud. You know, I've skipped every cutscene. I'm gonna be watching them when I get English tonight. And I'll be actually like going through and doing all like, you know, your synth and all that shit because I can't read anything.
Yeah.
For the most part. So that would be nice. But yeah, I mean, it's been neat. Game's weird. Yeah.
All right.
Mainly just that's like all I've been doing the last like since it came out on what Thursday morning.
Yeah.
Just been fucking playing that. Anything else?
Kingdom Hearts.
Fucking yeah, dude.
Alright.
Yeah,
You
man.
gotta wait until everybody plays. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. All right,
Yeah.
Shib.
That's been the annoying thing is that I have so much to like talk about with people, but I gotta wait because these fucking people don't have it.
Next week, Bash ain't gonna
Hey,
have a lot to talk about.
Sorry,
He's
dog.
gonna have to mute.
Well,
dude.
no. Well, next week. When's the demo drop?
February 7th.
February 7th, my dude.
Okay, so it's like you got to stop doing that. Only I can do that. But anyway,
Dude, it's great. I have a fucking no rack effects rack, and it only does one thing, but it does it really well.
does it really well.
It
does
does
it
it
really well.
good.
What is
Does it
happening?
really well, dude. You
All
wouldn't
right.
believe.
Shib. What'd you have?
Chili.
You got
Oh,
chili.
okay,
too?
okay, so
Yeah.
all right.
No.
I'm going back in.
Copycat.
Somebody needs to explain to me how this motherfucker. What goes into your chili? What is is
I
that?
didn't think
Nice?
about
Is that a nice fucking can of Campbell's chicken or Campbell's tomato soup? A dash, just the slightest of Tabasco sauce, and that's it. We got
I
chili.
don't put Tabasco in it.
Well, what do you put?
I just eat the chili. It's just meat and bean.
Just
Oh,
meat,
but it's,
meat.
but it's still like wait, is it seasoned?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
That's
it-
not
is
like
it tomato-
spicy though.
yeah, but that's.
I would
just
I would
meat
like
and beans.
I like chunks of tomatoes in it too, but no one else wanted that, so we didn't have it.
I'm interested
Oh.
in. I'd have to try this because this sounds like the difference between ham and Canadian bacon. Like it's similar enough in concept, but it's going to be something
Do you
completely.
mean do you mean the
different.
tomatoes?
No, just the Shib chili.
Shib chili.
Bean.
This is like fucking Triforce mac and cheese or Justin Wong's fucking Ichiraku top ramen, dude. I don't fucking trust it. Just subtle differences. They're gonna make it
What
a
would-
completely new dish.
What would happen if Gladiolus came up to Shib and he was like, "Hey Shib, what's your favorite ingredient in a fresh bowl of cup noodles?" And he says, "Salt."
I think that might be
That
good.
shit doesn't need any more salt, dude. I was say,
That's all you need. You just need noodles and a dash of
Noodles.
salt for seasoning. There you go.
There
And
you
then,
go, bud.
and then Gladio fucking cries because his game isn't finished. But anyway,
Well, he got his
now it
episode.
never will be.
he got his episode.
He got his episode. It could be on
Yeah.
some fuck you got.
He had the
shit.
Gilgamesh boss. I can't really be mad. Was it Gil? Yeah. Whatever his name was.
What'd you do this week, Shib?
Played RE2, put in. That's about it. Waiting
Been
for the
dodging
update.
them KH3 spoilers?
You been
Not
table
too
hopper?
well, apparently, because I got hit with one of them on YouTube.
Dude,
Oh
Be
no!
like that.
Oh,
Took
dude,
a
you
bullet
can't
right
stand
to the
it.
shoulder.
Oh no!
Shit! Close out! Alright,
Log out of my account, delete all cookies.
immediately.
Immediately, dude. Holy shit.
Alright, well, I guess that leaves that down to me. Since we haven't eaten yet, I was like, well, I'm hungry. I had Juanita chips and peach mango salsa.
Ooh.
That was some good shit. It was
That's not
Yeah,
like
that
some
White
shit.
was
Vash has a bottle of Tabasco on his desk right now, dude.
So
No, this is Tapatio.
What is that?
You've never had Tapatio before?
What is it?
I've never even heard that word before.
Tapatio, I want to say it is a hot sauce, but instead of for those of you who don't know, one of the primary ingredients in Tabasco is vinegar. One of the primary ingredients in Cholula and Tapatio is the pepper.
yeah.
So it's the dominant.
See, I use the Cholula. I really like
I
that.
love Cholula.
Fucking
Cholula,
love
good.
this
Fucking put that bitch in my omelets every time.
Yeah.
Every
Because
time.
I made the I basically made an omelet, cheese in it, bit of sour cream, and some fucking Tapatio.
Yeah.
Good shit.
You got to regulate the amount of Tapatio.
Oh yeah, you're right. Can't have too much. And
Man.
You don't want it.
Overspice it.
well, my week has been the early part of my week was work, and then Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, and I played the JP version.
Hmm.
Supposedly it's it.
I'm gonna give you this.
Supposedly it's it. That's
I'm gonna give you this, and that's basically all I can talk about because, yeah, no, I don't want.
We're Asa and I are having fun.
I can't wait to have fun.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, only fucking 2 more hours.
Yeah.
Or an hour and a half.
Yeah, only an hour and a half. You'll be out of here, dude. You'll be picking up your game, and then you'll be turning on the stream, and then all you'll be seeing is Pog Champs in your chat.
Poggers.
Pod chance to
You
make a little.
best you best hope that shit doesn't have like a. Well, it is gonna have a massive day 1 patch. You better fucking hope that shit isn't crash.
No, it's not big.
It's not big. And well, you can already download it.
Word.
Like yeah, you can. Oh well, no, well, you're getting physical copy, but it's not very big. It's not very big.
Yeah, it's not big.
It's like 1.01. It's just for like
Jesus.
the memory. It's like for the memory archive or whatever the fuck. It's not big.
All right. So
Um,
yeah, I've been playing KH3. So since this is a short one, we're gonna kick this off and head on over to a new topic and a new thing that I'm making up on the spot. Esports time with Shib. Yo, Shib, what'd you watch this week with the esports, dude? Give me the
I wasn't
breakdown.
ready for this, dude.
Dude, I know you weren't. So give us what happened this week in the world of esports. Break it
All
down.
I
for
watched was League of Legends this week.
us.
you didn't watch.
What about
you
Dragon
didn't
Ball?
watch Red Bull?
Oh
Dragon Ball?
yeah, and Dragon Ball. I forgot that
That
happened.
was
I did
actually
not
kind
watch
of.
it.
Actually
Give us
kind of
give
lit.
us your
It went
breakdown.
so according to plan that it literally slipped my mind.
Okay, so give us the breakdown, dude. What happened with Dragon Ball? Because none of us actually care about League of
The last chance qualifier was as much of a shit show as I thought it would be because of that format. Actually, it was worse. It was worse because apparently the venue had no water besides $7 Fiji water.
That shit was great.
$7 Fiji water was the only water you could get in the venue. Our boy
Shut up.
Beneath, aka Apology Man, was drinking out the goddamn faucet.
Yeah,
He had no water.
that was it.
Oh,
Everyone looked like they were fucking dead after 1 LCQ, and there was 3 more to go.
hmm.
I wanted Moke to win more than anyone, and he finally got to grand finals in the 4th one against Fenrich, and they both looked like they were ready to fucking keel over at any minute. And it was probably the worst set of Dragon Ball that I've ever seen by 2 players of their caliber. They were just dropping most combos. They were like, reactions were literally gone. It was like so fucking bad. I was like, why would they do this? And then even when Kazunoko won, apparently when they were interviewing him, the translator, official translator, PR'd it. But I was watching the Obama restream. He's like, yeah, he's just talking shit about the rule set pretty much, and said like, these are some really strange rules, and I hope that they would fix them in the future.
During
Shit
the
like
during
that,
the acceptance speech, the trophy.
Yeah,
or not
during the
acceptance speech, during the
acceptance
trophy.
and the trophies.
Yeah, the final.
But
That's
then
fine.
like the translator like PR'd it, and it's like, yeah, he says that it's a first year and we're still getting the groove of things, so hopefully we can continue to improve the rules and stuff.
There have been enough events like this for other fucking fighting games held by, or partially held by, or at least majorly sponsored by the developers or publishers or whatever. I don't feel like that's super. And just in terms of how it operates on a purely like just rule set level. Like if your shit's messy like that, that's weird to me.
Every time a Bandai Namco game has had LCQs, it's just been a shit show. Like,
Really.
Yeah,
talk
wasn't
about the
Tekken one bad
for
too?
Tekken?
the first Tekken one had I think it was 16 8 LCQs because Anakin had just won like every fucking Wizard World. And when it got down to it, they had 8 tournaments in like 16 hours of like 40 people a pop. It was
Gross.
disgusting, dude. And last year it was not good either. Like this year or whatever for the Tekken one wasn't good. I know there was a bunch of shit going down for that LCQ.
Is that
There
just the
also
nature of
wasn't
the? Is that the nature of like just the rule set and the way they organize everything, or is that?
It's the way they organize
or is that
everything
just-
because
I wasn't sure if it was Anakin.
it's how they organize everything because
Okay.
Was it
originally
single elim too?
no, that was double.
Yeah,
this
this
would take
all 4 of these LCQs had the same fucking pools for
Yeah.
every fucking tournament. And then if you won, you just got DQ'd out the next bracket. So whoever had to play you in the
that's-
pools just gets free win.
That's actually fucking
Yeah.
And
stupid. That's actually fucking
best
stupid.
of 3. Best of 3 all the way till grand finals. Grand finals is the only best of 5 single elimination. You lose one best of 3 and you're fucking out. So you know who won? Most of the time, or at least who got to grand finals most of the time, were all these people that play whack ass characters that nobody's fucking seen before. Because you're not gonna adapt that fast in a best of 3, and you lose
Yeah.
one set and you're fucking out of the tournament.
It sucked.
Well, shit.
It was awesome. But at the end of the tournament, well, I mean midway through the tournament, we
I heard there was a leak.
the announcement.
I didn't
got
see
leaked.
it. Yeah,
Well,
I didn't see
Bandai
it.
Namco Europe didn't unlist the video.
God,
Basically.
what the okay. this type of shit needs to
Come the
stop.
fuck on,
So
Jesus
immediately
Christ.
when that shit got uploaded, like a bunch of people were
Oh.
posting the fucking like the number code for the YouTube watch / whatever, a bunch of numbers and letters. And Charo got it, and he was like, "What the fuck is this?" And it was like the season 2 pass
Yeah.
completely. I'm a happy boy about this. Jiren,
It shouldn't be this fucking hard. I can't believe how it doesn't matter what role. Basically, if you're in, because does this shit happen with Western games? At all?
there's still Western games being played.
Well, I'm saying
I'm trying to think of something that's
fucking
come
this-
out that's been notable, where like an announcement
just
got
fucking-
put out like that.
Hey guys, you're our PR rep. Let's handle this shit and be like, hey, let's just oh fuck, the world has it. It happened like fucking twice with DMC5.
Yeah.
What else?
Dragon Ball like 8 times, dude. Vegito had been leaked for so long.
Didn't the
well,
same thing
besides-
happen with Tekken?
No, actually,
Season
Tekken
2?
had no Tekken. No one had shit idea of a clue.
Okay,
They,
that's why
they
I'm
actually
asking.
keep them shits under wraps over there at fucking Tekken headquarters. Meanwhile, in Dragon Ball, Bandai Namco fucking Taiwan is like, shit, the Vegito trailer's a month out early. Fuck. Like, there's not
Well,
much.
we already have I mean, based on the list of characters that we've seen so far, we were getting. It's already kind of confirming that fucking 10 character leak
that's
that
not-
we saw.
That's not even. Yeah, that 10 character leak was like that one rogue dude that goes out onto the forums. But so far he's
So far, he was
he's
the same guy
20%
that
right.
linked. He was the same guy that linked it last time, and yeah,
Yeah.
you got your fucking.
It was like perfect, wasn't it?
yeah, it's
yeah,
the same
on,
dude.
on the money. Perfect.
Yeah. And,
So-
and he already predicted like Videl and
Yeah,
The
Videl and Sayman together,
yeah.
which
Yeah.
which
And
which
Jiren
is which
and
is
Gogeta.
fucking
I
looks
mean,
great,
you
by the way.
gotta-
Well,
you
no,
gotta
no.
be
Remember
spot on
the
to
original
pull it
original
off.
one had like a couple like off like the original one. This was before like right before Dragon Ball came out or whatever the fuck, right? And we had the season 1. He also said had all these names for season 2. But I mean, they were like kind of on the money because at the time Jiren wasn't like he was thought of, he was in the show, but he wasn't like that guy yet, right?
Yeah,
And so as we go forward, everyone's thinking, is Jiren going to be in the game? And then the leaks come out like a couple weeks ago, and they're like, yeah, Jiren's going to be in the game.
Mm.
And lo and behold, literally the the 2 characters, because it's all jumbled up from the original list, because
Right.
they had Videl coming out like on the 3rd set during this
Oh.
DLC. So
Yeah,
Videl's
it was
coming
so-
out with Jiren on this first one. So
Right.
it's Jiren and Videl, and then also part of the leak that they also announced Super Broly, the most recent Broly movie, and Blue Gogeta.
I get a team with 2 Brolys. How
Yeah.
sick is stupid
Dude,
is that
sick
shit?
Of blue. Fuck blue. Give me regular Super Saiyan Gogeta.
If
dude.
he's cool, I don't. Well, here's the thing: like they got, if you have enough shit that incorporates elements of what was notable about, I don't know, Gogeta. I guess maybe a couple elements of from the movie he was in with Janemba,
Yeah.
and then fucking the new. I mean, granted, Aceuhh, like how many like if it was just regular yellow, imagine like if blue Gogeta didn't exist and they put fucking Janemba movie Gogeta in, dude would have like one move.
Yeah,
he didn't really do. It would be a really cool super. It'd be a really cool fucking move, but he wouldn't.
I'll tell you what exactly you'd have. He'd have like a dash up teleport where he just kind of glides across the floor, and then he'd have like a triple knee, and then fucking rainbow explosion burst, whatever. I can't remember what that move.
That would be his
officially
level.
called, but
That's the only thing that sucks about
I can't remember what it's called, but that's it.
I haven't seen the movie yet. I'm gonna try to see it this week, but I'm assuming.
Now he's got a bunch of cool moves.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming his version in the game won't because I would want. What I always thought that if they put Gogeta in, his level 3 would be that like Rainbow Spark, whatever the fuck super, because I bet it would look fucking ridiculously sick.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing it'll probably be something else from the new movie.
The name of that move.
They also had that sick fucking band play. Holy shit.
So, okay,
Really?
think about that, because there's a lot of misinformation about that, understandably so. A lot of people were like, why does this sound like the most amateur fucking band to ever perform? And it happened twice. And I found a live video of it. The live video sounds fucking phenomenal. It sounds fantastic. What happened was all the mixing I don't know how this happened.
Bro, the production of
the audio mixing was fucked up to the point where different instruments were not only louder or softer than the other, but they were also delayed. So that's why everything sounded like they were trying to figure out. Because when you're seeing that one guy with a guitar, he looks like disgruntled. But no, that's just how he looks when he plays. Like it looked like he was frustrated with trying to keep a beat or something like that. So people were like, "Oh man, they're fucking up really bad." It's like no, the mixing for the stream was somehow fucked up to the point where different audio channels were channels were actually delayed. I don't know how that happens. I've never heard of that happening before. But I did find a live video on someone's phone. I found a live video on someone's phone, and it's from that same one. Like it was the ending performance, and it sounds fantastic. So it's really sucks because everyone thinks that this band is shit, and I'm like, no, they're good. It was the stream's fault. So that really sucks.
Bro, it was fucking funny though. Like
it is funny it is funny to watch it. It is
like
really funny.
It looked like a joke when I was watching it, and I was like, "What the fuck is happening, dude?"
Oh god,
There's
bro,
no way
that
these
whole
people are playing
stream
it.
was a shit show. Like, don't get me started about
That
like
shit was
every time.
dropping, like freezing, like so much.
Yeah, I think that was just on Twitch's end though. But like every time, like they swap over to like watch a replay, the audio would just get fucked, and you just couldn't hear Sage Jim commentating. Meanwhile, you're hearing fucking Bardock in your fucking ear.
It would go back. It would go back to the commentators after a match, and Yipes would just sound like he's at the other end of a room that's like 3 rooms down from your, and whatever. And so I'd be like, oh, that's weird. I don't know. Maybe I had something separate because I'd like stepped away for a minute, and the moment I go to turn it up, they fix it, and then my shit's just blasting because he's fucking laughing on his ass off about something.
The Gogeta move is called Stardust Breaker.
Stardust Breaker. That's sick.
Stardust Crusader.
And I will tell you that move also showed up in the Broly movie, so you'll.
Oh, it does? Oh, cool.
Yeah,
sick.
I'm definitely playing Gogeta Blue. What do you mean?
Tight.
Oh, you're a Gogeta Blue man? Well, y'all already know. I've been asking for this since fucking before the game came out.
Yeah, Videl.
Videl is in the game.
It's pretty sick.
I'm so happy.
Do you think it's ironic that they announced like the strongest character and the weakest character like together?
Side by side.
Hey,
Dude, she was looking mighty Android 17-ish, so that's
she has her boyfriend to do all the moves for her. It's sick.
Hell yeah, dude!
And she looks great. Short hair version. That's what I'm talking about.
And he's the fucking great Saiyan man. Like what the fuck?
He does the whole fucking dude.
The great Saiyan man.
They had it. I'm not talking shit. He does.
In the game.
They bring out tiptoes. He does the tippy toes, dude. I love that. It's my favorite part of his whole shtick.
He does the tiptoes.
That's what I want. I want Android 17 to be in the game next season.
That'd be pretty sick.
You want him in?
Well, it's weird that they didn't mention any gameplay changes, did they?
No, not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Come on, boy, give me something to look forward to.
There
here.
needs to be. If there's no major gameplay overhaul, then I don't really give a fuck about the game anymore because the meta is stale as fuck, and there needs to be changes to things like Super Dash and Dragon Rush, dude. It's honestly ridiculous.
Hey, all I can tell you is everything about my list so far hasn't been wrong. I'm not wrong yet.
Yep.
Let me go down my list so far here.
Welcome to day
You
25.
had like two things right. That were like shoe-ins.
I mean, look, I'm not wrong yet, am I? We don't know anything, dude. So the season 2 wish list so far: better defensive options, i.e. advancing guard and stuff like that. Super dash nerf, vanish nerf, the removal of Gotenks, blue health regen nerf, alt outfits, like Saiyaman Gohan, stuff
Meterless
like
snap
that.
is a problem.
Meterless snap, Khalifa, no Kale, please, or Kefla, and Videl, and accept it. Jiren is coming. So 2 of them right so far. Looking like a win for me. I think I'm gonna get all of them right. Gotenks is just gonna be gone.
There's no way the game has no defensive
No,
options.
they're gonna take out Gotenks. They put in blue Gotenks.
Oh no!
Because
No.
he's gonna be in the next
No.
movie. He's gonna be Super Broly 2.
Well, at least he
Goku
wouldn't-
and-
it
are
wouldn't he
Goku
have
and
this-
Young Trunks in Super?
Yes, but they do nothing.
Are they still children?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still fucking.
Wait, so Future Trunks is still here too?
No. No, in Super he's gone. He left. He went back
And
to
I
another.
thought you said Trunks and Mai were a thing.
Yeah, they are.
They were in
they
their
went-
timeline.
Yeah,
Oh,
they went.
so
Well,
they-
okay, all right. So
time
let me
travel?
break it down with a little bit of super spoilers right now. So basically, when they beat Zamasu, Zamasu basically tainted the universe that they were in, because Zeno, the little purple bitch, destroyed him. So basically, they took Mai and Trunks back, and they were like, "Fuck, we can't go back to that universe." So they put them on a different timeline with the same, as the same people, like with Trunks and Mai still in there. So they just threw them in. They're like, "Look, you're gonna have to either dodge them or tell them what happened." And that's basically it. Like they just said, "Fuck your home, everything's gone."
Jesus.
I'm with it.
It's so
That's
stupid.
some shit.
If we get Super Saiyan 4 Goku, then how long until we get Dragon Ball Child's Goku? So they
Oh.
can have literally every form of Goku ever created.
And based on the leak, if all that's true, we'll be probably gonna wait until season 3, dude.
Yeah, but when's the
In
one where you just
breaking
use the
news-
fucking bow staff? What up?
America is free.
Mm.
Japan has taken over once again.
Can we? Okay,
Oh yes.
I actually want to shit on the East Coast
For a minute here, I swear to fucking god, if one more fucking anime fighting game tournament goes off, or just fighting game tournament in general, and some Japanese dude wins it, right, as they do, and fucking some New York ass motherfucker goes, well, you know, when you think about it, the fucking Japan is about as far east as you can really go when you really break it down.
Who the fuck
so-
says that?
I fucking swear to God, there's like, I saw 3 of them.
Really?
Yes!
Jesus.
These motherfuckers on Twitter being like, I'm taking this W for New York. Thank you, Japan. Thank you for actually putting in the effort into these games that we don't.
Yeah, it's
Just
the
like,
same
it's-
people that
it's
took
not
the
funny.
W for
It's
New
kinda
York when
fuck shit.
It's not funny.
One Evo.
Yeah, it's like it's supposed to be a joke. This is not funny.
Dude, so
Well.
we had one American get to a grand final at all in any of the 4 LCQs, which
Yeah,
was
who was it?
Nakiel.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, good for
And
him.
He choked it. He honestly had it. He literally had the hit to win the set, and he fucking dropped it, and he lost.
Mm.
And then
That's
Hook went
whack.
0-2, and Sonic went 1 and 2.
Does he
and
even
that
play the
was the end of
fucking game
America.
anymore?
Who?
Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently he's been grinding
He's
a lot.
been playing more than ever. He just got
He was
bopped.
playing hit.
He tweeted that like going into the tournament, he didn't have confidence that he was gonna win because he thought that Japan was just way ahead of the meta. And then
Oh my god, he
Yeah.
pulled that card, dude.
I could see it.
He pulled that card. He hella thought, 100% Shib was like, all right, let's wait for Twitter. Let's see what kind of excuse he had. And this man pulled out the Japan just better than us card. Like,
he
Just
unpinned the
pulled out
tweet
the
that
honest
said
card.
that he's the best DVFZ player though,
I respect it.
because that's Kazunoko without a goddamn doubt, dude. That man had 4 Dragon Balls, and dude. Fucking, I wanted Goichi to win and go to winners or grand finals winners
Yeah.
side so fucking bad, dude. He was so close. I can't
Yeah.
not believe that Goichi. That was to be the ultimate Cinderella story. And he dominated the game early, and then he's like, "All right, I'm getting washed. I'm taking a break. I'm getting married." And then he came back and fucking won it all, dude. He got
Yeah.
to game 5.
he came
bro, and
back with
fucking
Piccolo,
lost.
though. He came back with the loop this asshole
Yeah,
better
he
than
was
Hook.
whooping those assholes, dude.
Yeah, and he was doing it better than Hook.
Yeah.
When Hook is up on stage, I don't know what it is with that man. you get him on stage, and then he just starts dropping shit like he never done played the damn game. But when he's at home, he's looping these assholes. Thing is about the difference about Goichi is that there'd be instances where he'd get a touch, and then he'd be like, I can kill him, and just kills his ass, like in like a TOD.
Yeah, Goichi had TODs with Piccolo, dude. Like,
disgusting.
That man makes Piccolo look top tier as fuck, dude.
Piccolo is top tier as fuck. That's the
Well,
thing.
no, like I'm saying, he makes him look better than Gotenks.
That character's crazy.
Yeah, and like
that set was like whoever gets hit first ain't playing Dragon Ball when it was him
pretty
versus Khan.
pretty much. Yeah,
yeah,
pretty much.
And that's the problem with meterless snaps, in my opinion.
Yeah,
like,
I think if you do a snap, it should like cost bar. At least when it's like
absolutely.
At least when it's like in a combo.
especially.
If you do like a raw snap, like a raw throw, and then tag them out, whatever, I don't think it costs bar. If you're in a combo and you go for a snap, it should like take a bar.
Like Marvel is like, hey, you lost the character, you lose the game because you're gonna eat this incoming, dude. Like, and then this game's like, all right, we're gonna get rid of incomings, but then they have meterless snaps, so people are just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna do a combo and do a meterless snap, and then they have to block the incoming anyway.
Yeah,
like people made their own incoming meta. Like,
yeah, well, it's funny how
like, no incoming meta, no incoming mix-ups. You gotta reset the neutral. You're like, no, we're not doing that. Fuck that.
Well, even like that was one of the early impressions I really liked. I was like, okay, they're trying to do something different. Even like on like when a character dies, it resets you to mid screen. Like, I think that's really cool. But then meterless snaps. So it's like, and then not only are the setups so much more straightforward and easy to understand and universal, almost every character in terms of just good incoming post snap corner mix ups, but like it's some of that shit is it's weird, right? It's like. It's 100 times scarier than a lot of the stuff in Marvel 3, minus a couple of specific teams who could do the most, like, especially Zero, who could do the most ridiculous shit.
Zero.
But there were characters typically, like, certain characters, like higher level stuff, like Magneto and Doom and all them, could just be like, haha, bitch, I'm gonna fly out. You're fucking, your Sentinel, okay, a hard drive, X Factor, when you're on the opposite side of the screen, you back off or whatever the fuck. Like, no one can do that. And even then, like, you have characters that, they can, like, come in level 3 or something. That's a huge gamble. You're a Bardock, you can ride Javelin, but if you just sit there and, just avoid it, you can punish the fuck out of it. So there's just, it's fucking scary for, like, anyone. It's just useful for everybody as such a general mechanic, and then you just end up in this fucking loop scenario. It's fucking ass.
You can't tech the throw either that they're snapping you out with.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
You have to eat it. There's no way out of it. Like, you're just getting there getting looped.
Hey, loop this asshole.
And there's no end to it because it costs no meter to do.
Right.
Like, at least in Marvel 3, you want to snap back, you're spending a meter.
Yeah.
You only get 5 too. In this game, you hold fucking 7 meteor. Like Sonic, like that's the thing. When I was watching Sonic play yesterday, that man always had fucking bar, dude. Like even if he was on the offensive, that man always had like 5-6 bars just sitting there. And then he's like, all right, now I can kill with this combo, and that's when he spends meter. But everyone else is like vanishing all over the place and doing EX moves and shit. And he's just like, no, I'm holding all this fucking meter because I guess that's why he plays Hit. Because I mean, with Hit, you don't really need to vanish and shit. Like he moves around, so the screen's like a fucking madman anyway.
Well, characters like that who, I mean, because okay, you look at someone like Piccolo, and it's like, one of the immediate things that people had a problem with for the longest time, and one of the things that people look down on, especially with other characters who have the same problem too, is that if you want like a general hard knockdown mid screen from a basic combo conversion, you have to like spin bar, and it's like, well, shit don't matter when you get them to the corner, which is not hard to do in this game, and then you're just fucking looping them, building bar constantly to where you go for like 5 or 6 really fucking difficult to avoid loop, hell zone mix-ups or whatever. You do it you do it enough times, you whittle a character down to like half life, and then it's like, I still have like fucking 4 bars that I built despite doing hell zones. Well, this is the one where you're gonna die, and then we'll reset the mid screen, but like whatever, dude. Your other 2 characters have like half life now, and then I killed one.
And it's like, well,
and Gotenks gets a solo snap. He doesn't even need assists or nothing. Gotenks can just snap a character.
A lot of characters can do
own.
it. Gotenks can do it. Beerus can do it. Fucking Bardock can do it. We all know Bardock can do it. Fucking shit. So many characters can do it.
It's
technically Piccolo can do it with a bar because he can cast Hell Zone. You can do super jump, you delay, and then you do the tag there.
Yep.
So, yeah, they should make that shit cost a bar.
I don't know. I thought, I can't believe I sat through 8 hours of that. That was a long fucking.
Oh, that's another thing
I came in at like
for a top 8 is fucking ridiculous.
I can't. That was only top 8.
Top 8?
Yeah.
They all started on. It was a tournament. Everyone started on winners.
Everyone started in winners, so it was that was only 8 people in the final summoning. That shit took 8 hours.
I mean, maybe like a couple extra matches, but like I was like zoning out on this conversation. But top 8 in 8 hours? What?
I mean,
What do you mean?
I came in and started watching during like when winners finals started. So it was like winners finals and then a couple of like loser rounds and then grand. And even that was taking like a while because they would go in with like a 10-minute break, come back and be like, all right, guys, we're going to take another break. But then after
that was
Jesus
every
fuck.
Fucking set.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
it took fucking
like,
forever.
hey, we're taking a break.
Elimination makes too much
They would
sense.
play like a video that recaps one of the entire saga events.
And then fucking.
They did that for every saga event throughout the tournament.
And then fucking Sean Schimmel and Christopher Sabat would be like, haha, tasty Steve.
Yeah, they would just come out and fucking shit around on the mic.
That was well, it was cute for the first like bit, and it just kept going. And nothing. It's not even like I don't have anything against them. I was just like, dude, just play a fucking match.
We did get one good thing. We got the sound clip of Vegeta calling a
Sonic Fox a furry.
A furry fucker.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was.
It's like a dirty fucking furry or something like that.
The only thing I was hyped for yesterday was, well, one, seeing Sonic Fox lose, and that happened, so that was cool. 2, I wanted to see some shit about this action RPG game, and we saw literally nothing.
We saw gameplay of Goku walking. They literally hyped it up and just showed this man going, all right, Master Roshi, I'm finna head out, and that's all we got. That's all we fucking got.
It doesn't even have a fucking name, and it's coming out this year. It's just called Dragon Ball Project Z Action RPG.
Like, well, you started seeing the logo animate itself near the end, and I'm like, oh shit, this is where we're gonna get the logo, and that shit just comes in all hype as fuck, just action RPG, untitled bullshit. Like, all right, whatever.
You know what
like,
I felt
could
like
be
watching
neat.
that? When SpongeBob was in the commercial and he was all hyped about it, and it was just like at the top of his head in the background. I felt like that was me watching that fucking trailer, dude. They were like, look at this sick trailer, dude. Look at the trailer. It's right here. And it's just like the top of the head in the background.
Man, they really hit us with that Crab Patty Secret Formula episode at the very end. All right, the secret formula is...
Yeah. Dude, I was just like, and I mean, the graphics looked all right, but that's nothing we haven't seen before.
I mean, it's a Cyber Connect game, so I don't know if I give much of a fight. I didn't actually know that until like yesterday. So
what did they do?
They make all those like Naruto fighting games and whatnot. Like that's all.
Literally, when I saw that, I was like, this looks exactly like one of those Naruto fighting games.
Naruto Ultimate.
But I mean, I guess it's.
I'm not hyped for it.
If they're doing a different genre,
I literally just figured it out. It's gonna play exactly like Naruto: The Broken Bond, where it's like a 3D kind of open world game. It's not an arena fighter, but it's fucking terrible. It's like an action RPG Naruto game that was on the Xbox 360.
They made one of those. They made one of those. I want to say it was PS2 era for Dragon Ball. I remember people were hyping it at the time because they were like, "Oh, dude, it's not Budokai. It's not any of these other games. You're like rubbing around. It's like an action game." And it was ass, and I can't remember what the fucking name was. Like Unlimited Saga? No, fuck.
There's Dragon Ball Sagas, which was like a beat 'em up on GameCube and PS2, I think.
Maybe that's what. I just remember. I remember seeing like them flying around, kind of an open map and whatever, and going to different locations and just fighting shit. Maybe it was Sagas. Maybe it was Saga. It was probably Sagas then. Yeah, and I would, like people were hyping that up because it was gonna be it's just gonna be like a beat 'em up action game, whatever the fuck, and it'll look like shit. So I don't know. Whatever.
I'm honestly hearing what you just said just killed my hype for it because as soon as I saw the engine, like the graphics, and then I was like, this looks exactly like those 2 Naruto games on the 360 that were kind of open world action RPG, but they were boring as shit. And now that you say that it's made by the same people, I'm just like, it's literally gonna be that, but Dragon Ball.
Well, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
It's all right. I got Videl and the Great Saiyaman.
We do, and they look great. They do the they do the
movie 13 pose.
They do the gunbuster kick, dude. They do the fucking the back to back fucking. I love that shit.
I'm
just confused as to why there's not a Great Saiyan woman and Great Saiyan man, but
I don't know. It's more of a draw to say.
If they ever add costumes to the fucking game, they can make that a costume.
They could, but hey, you know what? It's in my predictions list.
They give Videl a great Sailor Woman costume, and then Gohan just using that fucking like nerdy ass outfit with the sweater and the glasses. Just, hey Videl. What's up?
I just got
dude?
done with my studies.
Let's go fight
Hey,
crime.
Videl, how you doing, honey? Trying to get the big Saiyaman dick.
But yeah,
Trying to get the Super Saiyan cock.
yeah, new characters coming. That trophy looked pretty sick.
Yeah, it was a cool
The
trip.
trophy was sick.
That was pretty sick.
What would you rather win, that trophy or the Infinity
I was
Gauntlet?
about to say the Infinite Gauntlet. I don't know. That gauntlet was like fucking this big. It's fucking.
Yeah.
It was
This
pretty.
big.
It was pretty sick,
And it
despite the
lights up,
fucking.
too.
It does.
lights up.
Yeah, it lights up. Fucking A. God.
That was the best thing to come out of Marvel Infinite, dude.
Yeah. Fucking. Oh god, that tournament.
Yeah, I forgot they had like the gimmicks and shit for that.
It was a
No,
cool
the
idea.
fucking,
It was just
the
like.
stones or something.
Yeah,
like that?
it was.
Yeah,
It was
that
really.
was
It was
dope.
really cool. It just got like that whole event because we talked about it on a fucking cast back then. Shit, it was like fucking.
I
They were
love the-
treating them
the
like ass. Fucking Chris
I love
G
the
went
tech
off.
that they hit Chris G with. They're like, Chris G, you want to use your stone? You have to tell us right now. Yeah, I'll use my stone. Cloud, do you want to use the stone that cancels out the stone? Chris G is using his stone. Sure. All right, Chris G doesn't have a stone anymore.
Get
And it's just
fucking
like
fine.
now
It was
Cloud
just-
has like 3 stones and Chris G has nothing.
It was just the most anticlimactic shit. Oh fuck.
Christ.
What a bad. Well, again, it was one of those cases where like the format doesn't work well if you're dealing with the potential of having. That was a terrible sentence. If you're dealing with one player getting like multiple stones, it's like
Yeah,
that kind of fucks things. It's not even just the fact that you have a stone that cancels out other stones, but if you had like
Multiple
if you had
stones.
like a final fucking if you had some sort of like crazy like round robin ass shit with like the final 6 people who have like the last 6 stones or some shit and would do something like
Yeah.
you could do something cool with that. That could actually be its own like really neat event.
Instead, they invited a bunch of washed-up Marvel 3 Evo champs and didn't even play Infinite.
Yeah. Oh well.
And that other thing is, if you won the stone, you lost it when you didn't win the Infinity Gauntlet. Like, imagine if Dragon Ball was like, all right, everyone, bring your Dragon Balls to this tournament. Kazunoko's about to take them all when he wins the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, you won the Infinity Stone, you get to keep it for 6 months, and then you're gonna lose it because you're not gonna win the fucking tournament.
Just treat it like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh, dude. Just give me all your shit.
Give
You
me your
lost.
shit, run that shit.
You run that shit. Hey, should have
I'll be
attacked the Dragon
taking
Rush.
your
I'm
death.
sorry, bud.
What was it?
I'm
What was it
sorry.
when they had the when they were on the island? The stars. They had the stars on the
Star chips.
star
Yeah,
chips.
star chips.
Give me them star chips, buddy.
Give me all them stars.
That's what I'm gonna
And
do
then
for
it's like-
GDQ. If you want me to make you a drink at GDQ, you gotta give me a star chip. You gotta and you
They
better
actually
not
have
run out, or
gloves.
else you can't come in my room.
They actually have gloves with star chips that they used to sell back in the day.
Oh, I gotta talk to Spike.
See, he
And they're
gets,
like,
I
he
gotta
gets,
talk
you
to
gotta
if
give him.
you lose all your star chips, you gotta go like sit your ass on the boat, don't you?
So
Show?
hype.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta
pretty
sit on the
much.
fucking boat, dude.
So-
You gotta throw
And then
your
people are
throw
just
your
like, "Oh, you're
Exodia
robbing
over it.
shit." They're like, give me your fucking star chips, dude.
Oh, the hooligans.
See,
Yeah.
you gotta give Dax all your stars. I need all of your Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
This isn't a joke. I
I'm
want
gonna give me your shit. 'Cause I need
run
it.
it.
I,
Run it.
I want it. I need it.
Now, look, all right. I mean, I had a good pack opening yesterday. Okay, so
Dude, I need to start
Yeah.
playing. Okay,
Overall,
gathering
I
arena.
think that Bandai Namco has a lot of work to do on their game and their finals, their world tour. Because the weekend was quite a mess overall.
Bandai Namco got a lot of work to do. All they gotta really do for Tekken is just give them some money.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you won the world tour. Here's $7,000.
The winner of that yesterday only got 10 grand.
What?
Kazuno, first place was 10 grand and second place was 5 grand.
All right.
Damn, boy.
So first,
Bandai
wait.
Namco
So
down
first,
here
first fucking.
holding all the funds.
How much? Wait, Asa, how much did Tekken World Tour give off for first?
First place got
$7,000.
$7,000.
What is this shit?
$7.50.
What the fuck? Listen, I've seen. Okay, compare that. How much money did Yipes and them get for that fucking dope ass NBC2 round robin thing they did at their fucking
How
house
much was that?
from the match arena?
It
was
was,
like-
it
it was
was
like
about
10.
it was about the same as the Tekken 7 one,
Right.
and that was all.
Bro,
crowdfunding.
And that was just
Capcom,
that was a
no
fucking
one's won Street Fighter 5 in 3 years, and they gave out $100,000 at their fucking finals.
I don't fucking understand this. I don't.
And this Dragon Ball sold more than any other fighting game ever has in like fucking ever. And they're like, all right, here's $10,000. Don't have a nice flight home.
I mean, it could be worse. I saw some photo on Twitter from it was some tournament in like I don't know, I want to say like Brazil or some shit. And like it was like a major tournament. Guy won whatever it was. I want to say it was like Street Fighter or something. I can't remember. And like he got like this fucking giant bag of like oranges. Just I mean, and it was a big ass bag of oranges, and he's just sitting there posing with it, just like, yeah, man, he didn't look happy, but you know, he's got his oranges.
Oh, absolutely! Don't step into the parking lot with all that citrus, boy. That'd be mine.
People are trying to not get scurvy out there.
Absolutely, dude. I'm getting my dose of vitamin C. I don't know about you, Mr. Tournament winner, you fucking dweeb.
Run them oranges, motherfucker. Yeah, $10,000 and then $5,000 for second seems very underwhelming for how hyped and how much production they tried to put into this fucking tournament.
So what everybody needs to do, you need to stop playing fighting games and start playing Dota.
There we go. This is the official from Liquipedia. The prize pool. So there was $25,000 spread amongst top 8. So first place got $7.5 grand.
Wait, for what?
This is for Tekken?
For first place for winning. Yeah.
For Tekken? Oh.
Yeah, for Tekken. So this is the whole world tour, and this is the payout. Second place got $4.5 grand. Third place got $3 grand. Fourth place got $2 grand. Fifth place got 1,250, and then 7th and 8th place got $750.
You're in debt.
Imagine traveling all around the country, fighting your way through LCQ, all the way to just get top 8 out of like how many people entered throughout the year? All right, here's $750. Have a nice day.
Cool, thanks. That covers a third of my fucking flight back to goddamn Singapore or wherever the fuck. Thanks.
Fucking Nobi
I can
got
almost buy one whole McNugget.
Funny part about that, thinking about it, is like there was 2 Americans, 1 Japanese players, and then 5 Koreans. So.
Hey, they're coming for the Dragon Balls now?
No. This was fucking Tekken.
Oh,
if we're gonna talk about Dragon Ball was 2 Americans and 6 Japanese players.
Yeah.
So
shows you the divide in the class.
Hook
dude.
Gang God and Sonic. We were rooting for Hook Gang God until he was out. Then we root for the Great East.
And he was out real quick.
He was out real quick. Hey, it took 2 games. He was out of there.
Oh well.
Yeah, he went 0-2, and he wasn't like it wasn't close sets either. He lost to Fenrich, and he lost. I forget who he lost to in losers.
I mean, anybody who's been keeping up with any of Juna's streams will know. Just the Japanese are.
Oh yeah, dude! I watched Yuna and Obama's Fighting Tuesday shit all the time.
All the time, dude.
I was watching Obama restream, dude. He was like,
there's a different level of comfort with that game.
Yeah.
He was like, damn, they couldn't even invite old Fighting Tuesday out here, and they got all these Japanese players that none of these casters know about, dude.
Yeah.
Like, they spent all their money on Sean Schimmel and Chris whatever, dude. They couldn't invite old Obama.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, like, man, but there were some like really like the 2 players from Fighting Tuesdays that I watch a lot, Kaimart and Tachikawa, right? And they were both in the LCQs and they both didn't make it. I was hella bummed because then we got fucking Bon that can't actually do anything against fucking a super dash.
Yeah, but he beat Sonic. He sent him into losers, dude.
He did. And then
did God's work.
He did do God's work.
He planted the seed.
Burry's out. You already know. But I mean, and then you have Kaimart, who's like a Vegito player, and it's like Vegito's an ape character, but he's cool as shit to watch, like an actual good player to play. And then you've got fucking Tachikawa, who plays 18 and hit.
Which one of them plays Frieza? One of them's got Frieza, doesn't
Tachikawa, he plays
18 hit.
Yeah, he plays
Frieza
18 hit. It's the most ridiculous team, but he made it. I think he made it to grand finals like once, and he got bombed.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Fucking fuck some damn.
How much time you got, BB?
Like 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
20 minutes and I'm out of here.
All right, so BB, this is your 20 minutes to shine, dude. Give me the shit. What are you feeling right now, dude? We need it. Dinner with the boys exclusive right now.
What am I feeling?
My brother
What are you
just handed
feeling?
Me something, dude. My brother just handed me something.
What you got?
What did
dude?
he hand you?
Oh shit! What's this?
I
The
can't
show
open
being
it,
stolen?
dude. I think I'm retarded. That's some hard plastic. Dude.
Somewhere, I can hear Michael go. What?
Whoa, what?
I streamed with
hurt my finger on this, dude.
I
Okay,
streamed.
that was it.
I streamed with Michael Goldfish yesterday. That was a good
Oh,
time.
yeah?
It was fun.
He
That-
just went and paid off his
sounds like a
cage
good
3.
time.
I missed that. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, look at you.
Did you
Yeah,
buy that
damn, you got
alone?
My brother just paid off his cage 3.
Oh,
Hey, you got my boy Woody hanging out. Oh shit, look at him. That's pretty
Look at him
neat.
go.
wow, dude, look.
They got
Wow.
the at the bottom, too.
Flip it around.
sick.
You're looking at it.
Oh,
Fucking good on him, dude.
What the- there you go.
There you go.
Wow.
Pretty sick.
it's like it's not paper either. It's like
Yeah.
It's like
Cloth?
fabric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's the fancy shit.
I'll use it as a blanket, dude.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, well, Woody will always be with you, friend.
I'll be sleeping.
All right, fucking BB, this is your time to shine, dude. Give us your dinner with the boys exclusive. I don't care.
Like,
Do it.
exclusive. What do you
Juicy
mean? What do I
exclusive.
want to do? What do you want to hear from me?
I want to hear how you're feeling, dude. What you want?
From the game? Oh,
Yeah, right now. Yeah,
All right,
besides
well-
like all the shit that you already know, right? Just give us
Yeah.
what you're
I don't
feeling.
know. It's such a bizarre feeling, I guess. Just like the last few days, just like realizing that the game is finally coming out, since it's been such a huge fucking meme for the last like 10 years.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
Remember, yo, that harps me back. You remember when we found out Sora's orange pants?
His orange pants?
Yeah, dude. The orange
What?
pants
I think
meme
I
from
just
way
got
back in the hoot.
I think I just got lead poisoning from that poster, dude.
What were you fucking eating it?
So it was something just tastes real bad on my tongue all of a sudden, dude.
I'm gonna
They
taste
put
it, make sure
measles
it's
in that
real.
shit.
So okay, I'm sorry. So this orange pants thing, I don't know why I don't. remember.
I've never heard of this
I
orange
have
pants
no
thing
idea
at
what
all.
this
You know,
is.
you guys don't remember Sora's orange pants?
No.
No.
Oh, God, what? Or like the
Yeah, red
onesie?
pants.
I mean, is there an
Yeah,
Ultimania that I need to what is this? I know the
Whatever.
onesie thing because he wore a fucking onesie in KH1. That was weird to realize, but I don't know about anything about orange pants.
We memed about it for like 4 days back, like way back in the hoot, because Nomura was giving, like, he was at some interview or some shit. And he was like, "Yeah, we originally wanted Sora to have orange pants." Fun fact, and we were like, "What the fuck? We don't fucking care, dude."
Thanks for the information.
New to me.
Exactly.
New to me.
Anyways, whatever. Go,
Oh.
keep going,
Now
dude.
put critical mode in cage 3.
Okay, man, where the fuck is, man? Now that I like that, I mean I actually got spoiled on that. Just like some random dude on Twitter was just like, "Hey, did you hear that there like might not be a critical mode in KH3?" And I was like, "All right,
Be like, oh well, shit.
Oh.
all right,
Bill.
hold on."
This is on my doorstep.
And then like a few days
What is
later,
this
it's like,
information?
there's no critical mode, and I'm not going through the thumbnails, but I'm going through like the titles of some people's streams, and what was it? It was Crispy. His title was like level 1 beginner mode. And I was like, why level 1? Why not level 1
Yeah.
pro? and then I realized, oh wait, level 1 pro's got that chip. So I mean, yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean that's gonna be kind of shitty to realize. It's just I don't know. With all the shit that people have been talking about for the past month about like the whole gameplay back and forth, which was just like a fucking shit fest, but just kind of getting a sense of where everybody stands on the whole game itself, and just being like, okay, well the game just looks like it's going to be better than everything else. Like it's going to be like up there with the numbered titles. It's going to be like up there with KH1 and KH2. It just matters like how it all kind of shakes out, really.
Mm-hmm.
And so it'll definitely, it's exciting to know that there's going to be a game that's like, man, it's going to be up there. It's going to be up there with KH1 and KH2. I just don't really know what the fuck to expect, because everything about it is just so, it's so different than any other Kingdom Hearts. It's
Yeah.
so different than any other Kingdom Hearts game that I've ever seen. Like it has elements of like everything in it, so I can't just like associate it with like KH1 and KH2 or Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance, recoded, shit like that.
Yeah.
It's just all this shit in one fucking game. So I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck to expect at all. And nobody knows what the fucking story is like, because nobody here fucking knows Japanese. So like, that's gonna be a new experience for everybody too. Like, how the fuck does this shit fucking end?
I've been playing it since Thursday morning. I still don't, and like I've beaten it a few times now, and I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Like, I know what's going on because I was
yeah.
watching the English leaked videos before they came out. Come get me, Square Enix.
I actually have a question in this regards. If I were to actually Dax DM me and Aceuhh too about how long your playthroughs took, because all I'm gonna do is
I'll tell you right now.
No, don't.
Just an hour length.
Oh, BB, do you care?
I already know.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Well,
I already know. Plus, like skipping the cutscenes, how long they take.
My playthrough with skipping cutscenes took 17 hours.
On what difficulty?
Standard. To be fair though, I got a lot.
Okay.
I was skipping cutscenes on Proud. Mine was 18, but there were a few points where like I was back in 2002 Deep Jungle, dog. I was like, where the fuck do I go? Bitch, this world is big. This shit is what the fuck?
If I'm gonna say anything about these fucking worlds, they're massive.
Well, like, I mean, and you look at, like we've seen a lot of like the Toy Story stuff, Galaxy Toys or whatever, it's that big round room with like all the 3 floors or whatever and stuff. It doesn't seem like much, and like when I go back and play it, I'm like, oh yeah, it's really straightforward to know where to go. But when I'm first doing it, I'm running around like, I was in that world for like, I was in that world for a long time, but it's also cool to just go around and just experiment, look at shit, find things, whatever the fuck. Get those little Mickey symbols.
Oh, it's super sick.
It's neat. When I went back,
I don't know if anyone saw my video on Twitter, but hey, I got a good selfie. I can tell you that.
It's really sick.
I've heard of people getting selfies with the final boss and shit.
Well, that's what's great is that you can pull the camera out like in fights. So you just I saw the one you're talking about, Ace. The thing's coming at you, and Sora's just like, hey, look at this shit. Whoa. It's cool, but yeah, no, it's
if you watch that video after you play through, you'll laugh at it. It's pretty good.
Funny. But yeah, like Proud, it was like 18 hours and so, and I think like when I went through it, I blasted through it again on beginner, just like experimenting with shit and just seeing how it played, and then like generally knowing where to go. That took like 11. Okay. But again, that was beginner, and I was just like trying things and just fucking, you do just crazy, damage.
Yeah, no, places. Like I said, I basically got lost, like, in half of the worlds. It was like 2 hours. I'm like, where am I fucking going?
Yeah.
So,
it's
I mean,
neat,
in general.
Right.
But you're gonna be in English. They might actually tell you where to go.
They might like point you. You gotta go to this area. Yeah.
And then with cutscenes, I would assume it's.
I already know how many hours of cutscene. 11.
It was 11 hours. Okay. So in the 35, like I think probably an average playthrough would be like somewhere between 34 hours.
It's gonna take some days, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something.
Well, it's been funny too, because I remember that number came up actually a lot with the leaker a while ago. Because we were asking, it was like right after he beat it, like I guess like over a month or two ago. People were like, "Oh, how long did it take?" He was like, "Oh, it's about like 35 hours." I didn't watch all the cutscenes. I just kind of ran around, like did some stuff a little bit, but I mainly just kind of blasted through it. And so many people were just like, 35, that's it. And I'm like, bitch, that's how long it took me to play KH2 back in 2006. Yeah. It was like my KH1 playthrough was like 45, but I know half of that was Deep Jungle because I was a stupid kid and I didn't know where to go.
My KH1 first run, like my first time ever going through it, I didn't know where to go and I didn't know how to change equipment, so I just had the Kingdom Key the whole time running around. Like,
but I was like,
40 hours. Like, what does everybody want? Y'all want like a 100-hour Persona length game? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what they want, but
it's like, no, it's
like,
not possible to do that shit.
Like, that's a lot. That's a lot of time.
Where the game is
that is a lot of time to dedicate.
I mean, I guess
RPG, dude.
I guess if you're a kid and you don't have anything to do, and it's like, oh, I just want to spend like every day this week or just every hour this week playing this game, and it's like, oh no, I'm gonna beat the whole game in 2 days, and it's like, you know, most people it's gonna take 2 weeks minimum to like beat that shit. We got jobs and shit, like school, fucking whatever.
It
so
took me a long time to
it's
beat
funny.
KH2 for a long time. I was walled on Demix for a couple days. Like I don't know what y'all people want.
It took me like probably at least a week when I was a little kid to beat Riku Ansem. Like holy shit, dude.
The only reason I beat Riku Ansem is because me and my buddy, he beat it and then he gave me a save file, so I beat it.
Yeah. I was getting walled on that motherfucker until I got frustrated, and I went around the different places. I've got the metal chocobo. That fight was done. Dude. There was no fight. Beat his ass. Fucking. I was like, I have this giant steel girder with a bird on it. I don't know what the fuck this little thing is.
This fucking rebarb.
That's look when people give me shit because they're like, oh, what's your favorite keyblade? And like that one means so much to me because of that context from when I was a kid. So every time like metal chocobo, I think it was stupid. It was just a big metal beam, and I'm like, yeah,
like, nah, dude,
it was sick. It was a big metal fucking stick, and it fucking destroyed shit. It was this big. It was awesome.
It was this big.
No, I actually have the same sentiment towards Olympia for that exact reason, because it was the keyblade that I used to beat the shit out of Riku Ansem, and I was like, this shit's tight.
Well, dude,
see, I was using Olympia forever, and then I got Metal Chocobo, and I was like, wait, this ain't. Wow, he's dying.
This do more. Number go up. I hit more. More hits go up.
But
Number go up.
Where?
I didn't use that shit.
Magic? What the fuck? That I got enough MP
use
for
that to cure, dude. You get less
MP for cure, dude.
I don't have time to cure it when I'm hitting his fucking ass with his giant metal beam, dude. It's no point. I don't have to cure as much if I'm killing the health bars faster.
Yeah,
that keyblade was dummy. Y'all see this fucking tweet? Fucking Mr. X keeps hearing Leon walking through the hallway because his dummy thick thighs keep clapping. And they got Leon S. Kennedy big ass. Looks fucking Thunder Thighs Squidward from the SpongeBob episode. It's the stupidest shit. That shit cracks me the fuck up. It's so dumb. Oh, man. But yeah, dude. It's almost here. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's funny for me, too. I've played it so much over the weekend, but it's going to be like a whole new game for me because like I haven't been able to experience half of it. I can't read shit, and I don't want to do like all the extra stuff.
Yeah, I know. That's how I am.
This is exactly why I did not get the game early. Like it was frustrating to know that people were playing the game, but at the same time, I was just like, I'm not gonna. If I'm going to be doing a casual playthrough, I want it to be on English anyway. Yeah. I'm not going to be like going back to the JP version, and I'm not going to understand the cutscenes and shit. So like, I'm going to be paying $100 dues just to play the game in JP in a language I don't understand for like 5 days.
That's called game share.
I was just like, I reasoned to myself like, and especially like for like a stream perspective, people are gonna be dodging spoilers left and right, so they didn't want to fucking watch the JP version. So I was like,
yeah.
Wait. That's why I think me and Dax did the good, like the quality stream that we could out of it. The only because we actually watched, like in my stream we watched one set of cuts, like the set of cutscenes, everything with Evil Aqua, and then one thing at the back at the end, because I was like, you guys want to watch this is cool, and they were like, yeah, so we watched it, right? But other than that, I skipped everything, and I feel like Dax did the same thing.
I watched the intro. I watched the intro to see what it was, and I was like, that's pretty cool, and then I skipped everything else, and it was really just like, I thought it'd be fun to throw up a stream where I can give, people who are curious about my opinion or impressions on the game, I could kind of give some thought. Because it was funny because I had a lot of like random people who I guess like follow me on Twitter and stuff who came in, don't really watch my streams much, and they came in, they were asking some questions, and a bunch of them were like, oh, thanks for showing me a glimpse. Like I haven't been able to. Like Square hasn't really given us anything. I didn't want to watch, and I didn't want to watch any of the leaks. So I appreciate you playing a little bit of the game for me to see it. And I'm like, that's cool. So I thought that was fun. And part of it too for me is that like in case there's any random shit or in case there's any stuff I want to like mess around with their tests, because I want to do all this like I have all this stuff like set up to do like load testing and other things like that. Just because I find that stuff interesting. I want to mess with it. In case of stuff like that, it's nice to have a JP version to fuck around with. So like.
Speaking of like load times and other shit like that, like first, I don't know how this is gonna go. The first stream is gonna be on just the PS4 Slim with no SSD put in it at all. Yeah. And then
you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
That's kind of what I figured. And
it's
then
not
like
bad.
Yeah, and then tomorrow, or whenever I get the PS4 Pro, I'm just gonna set it up with the SSD, and then I'm going to transfer all the data over to the Pro.
Cool.
And
So
that should
play
take, like a few hours.
So the
Actually, it
same
doesn't
thing
take
as
too
you, the same thing as you, Dax. Like I had a lot of people because unlike you, I had the game shit going in there. So occasionally I'd have someone in there trying
Yeah.
to spoil shit. Occasionally, but you know my mods are quick on that. But I mean, other than that, a lot of people like, especially when I got to end game, like I gave everybody forewarning. I was like, look, these next fights they spoiling shit. So if you don't want to be here, leave.
Right.
And people would say, "Hey, man, thanks for the game, appreciate it. I don't want to spoil nothing. Bye."
Yeah.
And everyone would listen. And then the people that wanted to watch the end game fights with no cutscenes, they could fucking watch it throughout the game. People asked me, "Hey, can you try this?" I'd try it, and they're like, "Well, that's pretty fucking cool. Hey, why not?" And it was a fun little 17-hour stream. I hadn't done that in a long time. But, overall, and so do you guys mind if I talk about like how my shit ran, like how it ran on my PS4 regular?
Yes, do that because I have
like
a
to
PS4.
know.
Well, I heard
Really?
it ran pretty well, right?
Oh yeah, actually it held up pretty fucking well all the way through. There was one
30
instance,
FPS.
60.
Seriously?
60, most of it.
Okay.
But
Most of it,
I will tell you, there are certain instances, in one world specifically, in the Pirates of the Caribbean world.
Yeah.
There is a moment you will know if you once you get there, you will know once you see it, and you get on there. Hey, that shit going down to like 7, Drakengard 3 style, baby. Like
I think I know what
Drakengard 3.
Caribbean.
Drakengard 3 style, baby. Like
Yeah.
100%. That shit is dropping to
So-
5 FPS.
So
But
when
other than that, like it was good.
yeah.
Everything was very fluid, nice.
I had a weird experience because, and I didn't realize this until a couple hours in, because I've had a lot of friends of mine in the past like tell me when super sampling came out for the PS4 Pro, right? You know, if y'all
Yeah.
don't know what that is, basically it upscales stuff to like, I guess like equivalent of 2K or whatever it is. If you're not on a 4K screen, just like it kind of puts a little bit of anti-aliasing on to smooth some of the image out. Actually, I kind of did some comparisons and it looked pretty nice. And they told me it's like, oh, it won't affect performance. Even Sony said, hey, this isn't going to affect performance. It's like this cool thing we added or whatever. And I was like, neat. And I've had it on for the longest time. Haven't noticed anything with games I've been playing in 60 and all this other stuff. So when I was playing KH3, like I had people come to my chat being like, yeah, I was just watching Aceuhh and it looks like nicer than yours. Like your stuff looks, I was in like the Tangled world and it's like, it's looking really choppy. And I'd been complaining about that. I was like, you know, there's a lot of instances where this is dipping a lot more than I thought, or like really chugging. And someone, you know, said, you know, do you have super sampling? And I'm like, well, yeah, but it's not supposed to. Well, let me turn it off. I turned that shit off. Bam, like good.
Everything. was
Good 90% of the time I'm at 60.
Yeah,
it's
like
it's
the
pretty
only
good.
times like things would dip a little bit is like right after loading into a place.
Yeah.
And
There
I
are-
try to like move real quick, and it's like not everything's there, and it's like,
Yeah.
hey, whoa, buddy, 45 FPS real quick. What are you doing?
When it would dip though, at least on the Pro, and this is on HDD, but I put in SSD today. But when it would dip, it would be like, for example, there's a spot in like Corona where you slide down this big hill, and there's like it's very dense, and that starts to, I don't want to say chug because it only goes down to like 50s, but like I can notice it, but it's not bad. It's really only like Caribbean is pretty consistently like at a slightly lower, it'll dip some, and then when you're in the gummy ship flying around space, I think they just cap that at like a 30. It's interesting in the config. There's a graphical option, right?
Oh, I was going to talk about this.
Well, it's weird because what I thought it was going to be like most games where it's like you have your base setting which like locks it at a 30, and then you have like an uncapped one which will be up there. And so the default setting is the uncapped one. And again, for me on the Pro, and I'll be testing my Xbox One copy later as well. But like for my Pro, again, like a good 90% of the time I'm running at a really stable 60, and it looks fantastic. I went to the cap 30. That is the ugliest. Like they don't. It is so choppy, and I don't feel like it's just because I went from 60 down to 30. It's like there's nothing to kind of buffer or smooth out those frames a little bit. And I don't want them to dump on a bunch of fucking motion blur, but at the same time, I mean, it is so ugly. And I can go back and look at fucking like PS2 or PS3 footage of like, you know, KH1 and 2 and all that, and it's like, yeah, I'm you know, maybe it's just I'm used to it or whatever, but I mean, it looks fine. I definitely love the 60 on the PS4, but you know, I can still look at the old ones and be like, yeah, I mean, it looks fine. This is fucking awful. So thank God it runs like pretty stable on base consoles a good majority of the time, and even when it does tip, other than that spot in the Caribbean, which I'll have to go back and look at that shot. Other than that part, yeah, it's not too bad.
If you got a PS4 Pro, don't leave that shit on a table. Like, I mean, not a PS4 Pro, just in a standard PS4. Stand that bitch up.
Oh, that shit is hot.
Look, dude, this thing, like, this shit is digitally downloaded, and there was multiple times where I got headset on, I got the sound coming out the TV, and I could hear this motherfucker. I'm like, yo,
fucking going, dude.
I'm like, this thing about to pop.
The game does the same shit that Point 2 does on my Pro, where if I pause during a cutscene and I just leave it, after like a minute, this shit gets so fucking loud. Like it's going to explode, and after I unpause, it takes a while for it to like cool down, and then it gets pretty stable. But for some reason, if you pause during a cutscene, don't know what it is. It's just like Point 2. It just it started getting mad. It started getting really mad. I have it sitting. I have it
either watch the story or skip it.
I mean, I have it sitting flat on like a glass table.
I'm looking at my PS4. I'm like,
I want to stand that bitch up on me.
Well, because I have like my monitor on top of the PS4. The PS4 is like this little. It's like a tiny little stand.
Oh no, you gotta
motherfucker. They're gonna fuse together. Just check it.
Man, I like this setup. This setup's good, and like,
I know,
the PS4,
but you know.
Just run it. Hey, just run it, man. I have it digitally. It was digitally downloaded. Who knows how it runs with the disc? Maybe the disc will come out. And
mine's digitally downloaded, and it was fucking. And that's on a Pro, so I don't know.
I'll let it go for like a little while, and if it starts doing that, I'll be like,
that bitch get hot. Bitch get hot.
I'm you over here.
But yeah.
Are we done?
I think that's a good run. Hour and a half. I think that's what we can do. Are you streaming today, BB?
Oh yes.
Is everyone else just?
I won't be. I'll probably be sitting in BB stream following along like while I'm playing.
Yeah. I want to.
Because I'm not gonna be spoiling a lot of. I'll be watching cutscenes.
I don't get to play till midnight, so
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, my digital thing's at like 11.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching 12th episode of Dinner with the Boys. This is a short episode this week. It's a big day today. We talked about that. It's Cage 3 day for Bloody Biscuits. So, go watch him in about
for Shib too. Maybe I don't know when are you getting the game, dude?
Foulpor's coming over with it right now. We're gonna play it all night until the shit gets here tomorrow.
There you go.
Oh shit, Foulpor
right,
coming through. Tell him I said what's good. So yeah, check out BB streaming about an hour. You'd say?
Be there, bitches.
Probably.
Good.
Yeah, okay. About an hour, so be there. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back next week, and we'll be able to talk about the fucking game. Spoiler alert next week, bitches. Anyways, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm